Greetings and welcome. Thank you for joining me. Hey, today I got up early, thought I'd go for a hike. I know it's supposed to be day 2 of quarantine, but I figured maybe if I get out early enough, nobody will be around. So once I figured out where I was parked, I saw 3-4 paths that I could choose. The one kind of went straight and veered off to the right, so I thought, what the heck, that's the one I'm going to pick. So I started walking down the path, and I'll show you where I ended up at. So the path that I took led me to my DVD collection. I know a lot of you have asked about that, so I thought today would be the day to show you the box sets and the TV series that I've collected. So let's take a look at those. Okay, so we're going to do the box sets. The first one is Batman, the TV show from the 60s. This was my favorite. I didn't put that on right. I'm not going to do a whole unboxing on these. You can find these on YouTube where people have done unboxings and you get to see in more detail what it has. But this is a nice box set. It comes with some books, episode guide, some reproduction cards from Batman, and the Batmobile. So this is a nice set, and this is one that I've waited a long time for. Next up, my dad's favorite, Johnny Carson, The Tonight Show. This is also packaged very nicely. It has I think multiple discs, 1 through 7, 8 through 11. A lot of footage from The Tonight Show and also the iconic last episode that he did. So this is one of my favorites. It reminds me a lot of my dad. Sometimes they get box sets right with the packaging. I thought this one was good. Everybody Loves Raymond, the complete series. It's very compact. You have nine seasons, all packaged in nice hardcover books, and they also give you a copy of the script from the last episode. And you can pop that in there, and the whole set doesn't take up a lot of room on the shelf. I like it when they do that. This one I've never opened yet. The Wizard of Oz 3D 75th anniversary. It has Blu-ray, 3D, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD. And it also comes with a snow globe and some collectibles from where? The Noble Collection.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It comes with I think a diploma, a heart, and a medal for courage. And that was a limited edition. I have number 93,793 of 220,000. I think Batman might be number 2, but I'm not sure what that number was. Number 52,200 no, I lied. 52,357 of 95,000 for that particular set. Up here we have the Big Lebowski. Anybody that's been in college or bowls knows about the Big Lebowski. And this is kind of clever packaging. It looks like a bowling ball. And then inside, there's the movie. Not much inside, but the movie, and that's the most important thing. So we have that, and then the barrel collection of Breaking Bad. And this I've had open. I've been through this. And again, there's a lot of people that have done unboxings and debut everything that's in here, so check those out. They probably would do a better job of what I could explaining all the stuff that comes with it. This one, if you were a kid, when I was young and you went to school till 3:30, you had to get home from school and get to Channel 5 and watch Dark Shadows at 4 o'clock. This is a complete set. It was basically a soap opera, but it had to do with vampires. It was pretty cool. Scared the bejeebers out of us when we were little, but not so much now. But cool packaging. It looks like a coffin. And when you open it up, the main character, Barnabas Collins, is done on the bindings of each of the videos. So I thought this was very clever packaging. Hi, Barnabas. We'll put you back so you can rest in peace.
The inside of that almost looks velvet across the camera.
They did a really nice job with that. Next up is That 70s Show. This is, I think, called the Stash Box. Got a couple things to open up. And the way it was designed was to make it look like it was old and used and almost like a album cover, long play album. They came in sleeves like that. So nice job making it look aged, like it's been around since the 70s. And most of this stuff is probably available. If Amazon doesn't have it, you could probably find it on eBay. Next one is Friends.
Friends.
How many times do you think the Mink and I have watched Friends? I couldn't even begin to tell you. But again, there's just a lot of episodes, a lot of discs, and when they package it into a box set like this, it takes up far less room. I've noticed that you can still buy these, and now they come in more of a holder like this, so it takes up even less space. But because it's Friends, they're still a little bit pricey. You can get these for under $100, but it's still quite a bit. But excellent content. Next up is the Dean Martin complete collection of the Dean Martin roasts. Not much comparison between these and the Comedy Central roasts that have been on, but if you're a fan of Hollywood, anybody that was anyone in Hollywood back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, they all made appearance on these things. It's a great watch. If you haven't seen them and you like Hollywood, it's definitely worth checking out. Don't have to say much about this one. The complete set of MASH, the 407 7th, filmed during the Korean War, or that's what the show is based off of. Hawkeye and the gang. It's just, I don't know what this is rated on IMDb, but it has to be probably up close to 9. This was a great TV show. I think for the longest time, and it might still hold the record for the most watched episode, for the final episode. I'd be interested to see if it got beat, what beat it.
What's it look like when you pull it out? Is it just a sleeve?
Inside, you have the iconic sign that they had in the show. It has a notepad, collector's handbook, and then each season, or not each season, but seasons 1 through 3, 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10, 11, and special features, and then the movie. This was one of my favorites, and one of my dad's favorites. Unless you're a Cleveland Indians fan, this won't be very exciting, but the 10th anniversary of the Indians playing at Jacobs Field, which is now Progressive Field, they had some pretty exciting seasons, which resulted in 0 World Series. But this chronicles the first 10 years, and I think there's a couple extra discs with special features on it. And it also comes with a very nice hardcover book with some great photography in it. We have the history of the official Major League Baseball World Series film collection. And this is, I'm not sure how to open this. I have looked into this one several times. There we go. It's got some great pictures. It's narrated by Bob Costas. And it goes from the first World Series in 1903 all the way up to, I think this runs into the 90s. Nope, I lied. 2008, when the Philadelphia Phillies were the world champions. So from 1903 to 2008, and if you're an Indians fan like I am, you don't need to look very much through this book, because there's only going to be 2 years that the Indians won the World Series. And that was 1920 and 1948. We got this guy. I'm Batman. And he has the Dark Knight and a special features disc. The Dark Knight with Sirius Black in it.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thunk? And then everybody loves Scooby-Doo. We have the Mystery Machine, and then with driven by Shaggy. There's Scooby. And then the back opens up and you have all the different discs from the cartoons. So I like that. That's a fun thing they did with that. And then another box set that I have off to the side.
Godzilla.
Godzilla!
Reminds me of your Who sings that song? Metallica, right?
I think so. But a lot of discs. He was quite popular. He was probably the most popular monster ever. Ooh, cracky. The original Japanese masterpiece, Godzilla. The first Godzilla had Raymond Burr, which you'll know from Perry Mason or Ironside if you're an old guy like me. Or as Mindy would tell you every time she went Burr, because it was freezing cold, I would say Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
Or his country brother Tim Burr. So I think for the most part, that's the box sets.
You want to do Game of Thrones in Downton?
Yeah. Good call.
Thanks.
Mindy Minx has reminded me. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
I'm going to maneuver through some obstacles here. We were recently gifted the Game of Thrones, the complete series, seasons 1 through 8. We have not opened this up yet. Ooh.
Soon.
Yes.
I want to rewatch season 8.
We just finished watching The Shield, and now we're into Sons of Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once we finish that, there's probably going to be some Game of Thrones in our future. And then the next box set
My favorite.
was packaged very nice. Actually saw this, wasn't expecting to buy anything, went in and saw this and said, oh man, we gotta get this. This is a very nice box set of Downton Abbey, the complete collector's set. Has a nice sleeve on the box. And when you open it, it has a very nice collector's book, which also houses the episodes. You see the main characters, well represented. Boo, Lady Mary.
No, love Lady Mary.
I love the performance that she did, but I don't like Lady Mary.
She's just misunderstood.
Very much so. In Highclere Castle, someday I'd like to be there and take that picture.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun. And the nice part about this is, we'll have to move the camera a little bit. This is the costumes of Downton Abbey. And if you're fortunate enough to be in an area where you can go and travel to see Downton Abbey, the exhibit, you'll see a lot of these actual costumes on display. And for more information about these or availability, I would check Amazon or eBay, and I would also check YouTube and see if there's anyone that has posted unboxings of this particular box set or some of the other ones that you've seen. And they'll go into more detail and show you some of this stuff. Included with that was a Downton Abbey bell.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that about does it for the box sets. I still have TV shows, cartoons, sports, sci-fi, history, and movies. So if you'd like to see more, let me know. If there's a particular area that you would like to see and I get a lot of requests for it, maybe I'll skip over the movies and go into the TV shows or the animated things from the 60s, 70s, from when I was growing up. And just let me know what you'd like to see or what you don't want to see, and we'll go from there. So thanks for stopping in. Thanks for putting up with me. And bye!
Bye!